Hello. So private servers just came out, and there's so much the community can actually do with it. I've taken a pretty big interest in Fate's new 1v1 system, and he hosts it pretty much every Saturday now. So how does it work? First thing you need to do is go on a stream and a Discord. You will then need to get a bunch of channel points in order to get slots in the 1v1s. You'll be given a private chat in that Discord. You'll then receive that private game code, copy paste, and join that heckin' lobby. So here are the rules. It starts with a banning phase for the maps available. Each map is listed with its own boundaries and a letter. So first, both players will roll 20 with the in-game command. Whoever has the highest bans first, low roll bans last. They can also choose to not ban anything if needed. Once that is done, they'll roll 20 again. Whoever has the highest this time gets to pick the first map. They will also choose a side of that said map, north or south, or depending on what it is. The opponent will have to do the opposite side they choose. They must drop at the same time, and cannot fight until they both reach their own side. As soon as you land, you're allowed to rush the other side if needed. Both opponents will have 3 to 4 minutes to either loot or fight. You can play poke, time, sneak, however you want. If the fight takes too long, Fate can start the gas, and eventually someone's gotta make a move. The winner, of course, is the only survivor. It can be best 2 of 3, or 3 of 5, and loser usually picks the next map. This is the most unique event thing that's happened to Star in a while, so hopefully you guys can pop in the arena. So I did a nice few rounds, and there's a good amount to learn from them actually, so let's go through them. So in this clip, it's a pretty big map. Couldn't find each other very easily, so I started fortifying. Eventually see each other right here.
You're gonna run into the same issue where you're fighting over a large area and it might take forever. Wow, that banana was sneaky as hell.
In a 1v1 like this, you have a lot of time to plan out a strategy, so I used a banana behind layered objects. Sometimes games can be slow or fast. This next one's a pretty good example of a fast one.
I was thinking like Clash, I agree with that. I'm sure
In this area you can't drop directly in the middle of the barn, you have to be at the bottom or the top.
I know, I saw it. I was like, no, can't grab it. Alright, so that must be rare. It's like you should
Right here I get a pretty decent combo, a shotgun and a hunting rifle.
ultra expensive versus the other one.
On the left shack I got the new ninja boots, and I immediately started sneaking around. Right here I saw the grass get chopped, and I also heard him roll. I think I saw him for a split second here, so I threw a grenade for the repeak.
Oh, that grenade hit the sweet
Usually if you get hit by a grenade at all, you're one hit from sniping, so I committed pretty good there. I'll give you a good example on how the lobbies get started.
That will give me time. Okay, we have an answer there. So, roll 20. News rolls a 20. Loopy, what's Loopy gonna roll here? Loopy rolls a critical failure. News bans F. He's gonna ban F, watch. Okay, ban K. I and K are banned. Oh, that's pretty easy, right next to each other. Loopy wins the roll for the map choice. E. Haha, we're going pyramids. Oh, News is gonna pick pyramids. Nice, we're finally going pyramids. Yes. All right, so I have.
There's not too much loot to start with, so it might be a good idea to start rushing.
You get points faster if you're a
I
sub.
picked up that smoke and threw it, so I only have one side to deal with.
Now we have this close quarters action here. News with the SMG, Loopy with the shotgun, and this is how pyramids is. You can see.
I
the
held this
entire area
spot, so I knew there was like only one area he could be
What's great
in.
about pyramids? Why
He
not
runs
more
off to the left,
pyramids?
and I hear him, so I start pre-firing that way.
Is he gonna use a secret door?
I go to the other side to
Not
try and
using a
throw him
secret
off.
door? Dude, there's so many items in there. Yeah, get in there.
Here I realized he was going up, so I met him on the other side.
News is ready to wait for him on the opposite end. And that's it. Silenced pistol for the win. Damn good close quarters weapon right there.
In this round, nothing too crazy happens. There's a bit of poking here and there.
Shotgun for News. 3 shots left in that.
Shotguns are pretty good at popping in and out of cover like that. I used that nice corner in the wall after getting a shotgun poke. This clip is a pretty good example of good positioning. Look how I pretty much trap him in that section by matching his movement.
Switches for that armor. So armor's down again, but there's no other pairs of armor to switch for. There's a banana there to block his passage away. There's tier 1 right there. There was tier 1 in this right here.
One thing is, it's not just a tactic for SAR. It pretty much applies to every game. There's of course other strats like that, but for example, Escape from Tarkov has an incredibly similar room in the factory map. I did the same thing, but instead used grenades.
Good, it's safe.
So in this round, my opponent actually takes a peek at what items I got. It's not actually against the rules, and it's a pretty good strategy. I thought he was going to the wrong place, but yeah. After I looted up, I decided to hold the mid part of the map.
There's AK and armors. There's barely any equipment. This is almost a
So right here I ended up pushing him against the invisible wall, the boundary. I kept shooting even if I couldn't see him.
Darkrai is very close to out of bounds.
I took a hit, swapped an armor, poked him with a shotgun, and then committed to a good fight.
Darkrai's one hit from death. And that's it.
The reason why pushing someone into a wall is because it makes you in control of the distance in that fight. For example, your opponent can't move back and disengage, although if you're winning, you can close the gap or leave it so it's not worth it. So that was all my duels on the first day. If you like that little tactic edit thing and want more, make sure you leave likes or comments about it and that stuff. It's a pretty fun event. Give it a shot. It's a lot more intense than a normal game and it gets your heart going a little. Anyways, till next time.